And for me, what really helped me in that moment while I was cooking for myself, we're all focused, but some of us need a push, and that's how you'll be able to save more. I get a lot of questions, people asking me like, why don't you show us around? Why don't you take us through the streets of Saudi Arabia? And what's up, my La Familia? My name is Ali. I am here in Saudi Arabia. I've been here for some months. And today's video is just a chilled video, I love sometimes to do chilled video, and I'm just indoors. Actually not indoors, I'm just from work right now. So I thought I'll just check in with you guys. Funny enough, today is kind of rainy here in Saudi Arabia. I get a lot of questions, people asking me, why don't you show us around? Why don't you take us through the streets of Saudi Arabia? And I'm here to tell you that I currently work in a desert, and if you can see some past videos of me, most of them actually I post while I'm in the desert. So what I love doing is just giving you tips and tricks, common people who come here for work, and just to update you guys on 2 to 3 things that you should avoid or you should look out for in case you come here in Saudi Arabia. And just to inform you guys, for people who want to come to Saudi Arabia as common laborers, as workers, I'm just here to educate you guys, give you tips, and my hope and prayer is that it helps you in one way or another, because that's my end goal actually, to just help you and just to assist you in any way, any means possible, because I wouldn't want you to undergo the same things that I went through while I came here in Saudi Arabia. So that's why I am giving you tips and tricks in an honest opinion, in my honest take. And I've been here for some time, few months, as I love saying, and I've passed through a lot. And I don't know, I think I should be giving you some, not tips per se, some experiences as well that I've passed through, because I've passed through a lot. And I love sharing, because sharing, as they say, is caring, and I care for you guys who will end up stumbling in my page and learning 2 to 3 things, because it is with a lot of happiness that I share my experiences so that you guys can benefit from it, And I think today, let me talk to you about something that you guys didn't know. That is, if you're already in Saudi Arabia, or if you want to come to Saudi Arabia. Because I don't like a day going by without giving you tips, or rather a video going by without giving you tips and tricks of how we'll be able to survive in this land, which is Saudi Arabia, I mean, we're here to save money at the end of the day. That's what I like saying, and I like telling everyone who's watching my video. If you're watching my video and you want to come to Saudi Arabia, the main aim, the main goal for you will always be to save as much as you can, because I've seen a lot of people who've gone back home, which it's slightly sad, because you have gone back home and you don't have much to show in regards to your money, because you used it a lot. You decided that you'd want to share it more to your family, which is not bad. But at the end of the day, guys, don't forget that you're the one who's working, you're the one who's undergoing this stress, you're the one who's putting yourself out there, you are the one who's pushing yourself to ensure that when each month ends, you get something, I know it seems weird, but we are not here to eat, we are not here to enjoy. And I remember there's one guy a Ugandan friend of mine, if he's watching this video, he understands. We were talking one day after work, we were working together in a certain restaurant in the main capital city of Saudi Arabia, which is Riyadh. So Riyadh, after work, 4 p.m. So we were heading back, the company bus. So while we were going, we spoke about this thing, and we all laughed, but it has really impacted my life in a very big percentage. And the topic we were discussing that day, I can't forget, because that's why I want to share with you guys. We were saying that let us always be ready to be uncomfortable, Let us not try to use the money that we have, or the money that we get at the end of the month. We send everything, we remain empty. You won't be growing yourself, And we say that, and up to date, we usually talk, we usually get to understand each other and get tips and tricks. We spoke about this topic, which is saving, And saving here in Saudi Arabia can be a little bit tricky. And let me give you the reason as to why. You know, first when you arrive in Saudi Arabia, there's this shock that will always be there. Well, this is the land of iPhones, and it's so true. Here, most Arab people, they use iPhones, and they use iPhone 13, 14. They're up to date. So the question is, where am I when you arrive in Saudi Arabia? Most of the people here, if you come here, you end up, you want to trend like them, you want to do like them, you want to be like them. And at the end of the day, what I usually say is that as much as you want to be like someone else, do you know yourself? And that question is usually tricky because most of the people don't understand, like, do you know yourself? Yes, do you know yourself in the sense that you're able to understand the amount of money that I'm getting throughout the month, at the end of the month. What are my responsibilities? Like, if maybe you're a person who has a wife, you have children, or maybe you're a person who doesn't have a wife. What is your end goal? Because most of us guys come here and forget, And I'm talking to anyone who would want to come here to Saudi Arabia or who is in Saudi Arabia. It's high time we wake up. We do more savings, because we sleep and wake up, and before you know it, 1 year has already ended. Before you know it, you're remaining with 3 months or 4 months to go back. And that's when you wake up, You wake up and start saying, oh my God, how much have I saved? What will I do? Because most of us guys, when we come here in Saudi Arabia, switch our minds totally. Like, we switch, and in terms of, we don't think like, if you're going back, like, are we going back? And if you're going back, we don't think like, what are we going to do? All our minds usually attached or welded in this country, which is not bad. If your main goal is to be here forever, then okay, well and good. But if your main goal is to be like a traveler, you're passing by, and then after passing by, you want to go back home and do something for yourself, then it's high time for you to try as much as possible, do more of saving. So how will you be able to save if you are a person who cooks for yourself, right? And for me, what really helped me in that moment while I was cooking for myself, few months, I try as much as possible. One, if you have people who are like-minded, because all of you guys will have this mentality of, okay, what are we having for this month? Or how can we budget ourselves, Because budgeting at the end of the day is everything, guys. If you can't budget yourself, then that's the problem. So, first of all, identify which group you want to be with. This guy and this guy, they're just like me. They're like-minded. And I'm not talking about food itself. Try to identify yourself with people who have bigger goals, people who other people try to like put a name on them, like these guys are misers, these guys don't like utilizing their money. Those are the kind of people who will make you beneficial at the end of your term and contract in Saudi Arabia and any other place, That is if you are around people, because most places we live with other people, like other country people, like other people from Uganda, from Ghana, from Nigeria. You see, so try first of all to identify the crew that you surround yourself with. Is this crew helpful in terms of giving you tips and tricks of how to survive, or are these people who, from the basic conversation that you're having, are these people talking about how they'll do something when they go back, how they want to achieve a certain goal, If you're around such people, it will be easier for you to grow, because, so always surrounding yourself with the people who are like-minded will help you a lot in achieving your level best in terms of saving yourself. Because when we spoke, I understood that this guy really wanted to do a lot. And same applied to me, wanted to do a lot, but sometimes most of us, we always need, we're all focused, but some of us need a push, Like, I had a plan of doing this and that, but if I find another person who has not the same plan, but are on the same level of plans, like if you sit with him, he'll tell you, hey, by the way, guys, Ali, I want to do this and that when I go back. I want to achieve this and that. So those are the kind of people who we should surround ourselves with. And that is one of the best things that you won't regret, Because, okay, we need energy to work, but you also need to be uncomfortable, Uncomfortability will soon become comfortable if you push yourself. And by pushing yourself, that means that we're in this position of I can save more. Yes, this month I did this, then let me try as much as possible. I saved this amount of money. And also to another person, I spoke to also another guy. I love communicating with people because I love understanding the way they think, the way they address issues, the way they handle certain situations in life. So another person, we spoke, and I was telling him that the whole reason as to why you'll be able to save more is that maybe you and your partner, if you have a partner, or you alone, before coming to this country, did you have a plan? Because most of us just come to, when you come here, that's when you identify a plan. Yes, you have been hit on the wall back at home. You don't have much. But you get a chance to say that, I want to come to Saudi Arabia. Yes, that's true. After coming to Saudi Arabia, that's when you get a plan. And you were talking to this, I was talking to this guy, this friend of mine, another friend also. And that's when we came up with this idea that if you didn't have a plan before coming to Saudi Arabia, then that's the problem. You'll end up wasting more months with things which don't make sense, Like, if you have a good phone, why buy another one? We are saving money on these small issues, on these small things, and that's how you'll be able to save more. But if you're a person who utilizes money, like when money comes at the end of the month and you get your paycheck, you're like, let's spend it, let me send everything. My friend, you'll end up wasting a lot of time here without a goal. So, first of all, go back to the drawing board. Did you have a plan when coming here? And if you didn't have a plan when coming here, it's not too late. Grab a pen and a paper, try and get some goals, get some ideas. By getting those ideas, it will be easier for you to push. It will be easier for you to be able to start being disciplined, because discipline is everything. If you're able to save much, that shows your discipline. And so those are the steps that I would say. Get yourself to understand the goals that you have, and if you didn't have any goals, try and get your goals straight. After that time, continue being disciplined, and I'm sure that you'll be able to save more, and by the time you're going home, you'll thank me later, because you'll just understand what I told you. So get yourself a crew which are like-minded, 1. 2, try as much as possible to double down on your goals. Try as much as possible to ignore other things, because you can't tell me that you started saving 300 or 400, 1,000 just out of the blue. No. You started saving slowly. So by saving slowly, you'll end up saving more. And by saving more, you're the one who will get the advantage. So guys, I don't want to talk more. For more topics like this, kindly just update me down below in the comments, and I'll be taking you through tips and tricks of how I managed, and I'm still managing here in Saudi Arabia. Because I'm here to give you more updates, and just excuse me if I don't walk in the streets so much, because my work is slightly tight and going out, it's a problem. But I have been through a lot actually here in Saudi Arabia. So if you want any tips and tricks, kindly just comment down below. And if this video made sense, see you in the next one. If this made sense, be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below, and then from there, the journey continues, guys. So see you in the next video.